It had been 2 long, grueling months since the last transmission from the Valkyrie, the deep space exploration vessel that had been sent to Mars. The crew was supposed to have returned by now, but when the scheduled communication window passed with no response, alarm bells started ringing across the space program. The last message they had received was a horrifying, garbled transmission from the communications officer, Petty Officer Adams. "They are here. I can hear them and feel them inside of me, in my body and in my mind." "Oh no, stop." The transmission cut out abruptly, leaving an eerie silence. With no further communication, the search and rescue teams were immediately mobilized. If any of the crew were still alive, they needed to be brought home as soon as possible. The government convened a high-level emergency meeting, assembling a team of the top scientists, medical experts, and military personnel to coordinate the recovery effort. Finally, after weeks of tense waiting, the Valkyrie's transponder signal was detected, indicating the ship had entered the atmosphere and was making its descent. The recovery team scrambled into position, donning the most advanced hazmat suits and biocontainment gear available. They knew whatever had happened to the crew, it was likely something extremely dangerous. As the Valkyrie touched down on the runway, the teams quickly swarmed the vessel. With extreme caution, they breached the airlock and made their way inside. The sight that greeted them was utterly horrifying. The interior of the Valkyrie was a scene of pure carnage. Bodies were strewn about, some with horrific injuries, others seemingly having taken their own lives in a desperate attempt to escape whatever horror had befallen them. The head engineer, Sergeant Edwards, was curled up in a corner, rocking back and forth and muttering the same disturbing phrase over and over. "They are here. I can hear them, feel them inside of me, in my body, my mind." The security team quickly secured Edwards and placed him on a specialized biocontainment stretcher, encasing him in a sterile, sealed environment in case whatever had infected the crew was airborne. Only a small team of scientists and medical personnel were deemed safe to approach the bodies and conduct initial scans. As they examined the captain's body, the team made a horrifying discovery. Large, tumor-like growths had formed throughout his body. Scanning the other remains, they found the same strange abnormalities in every single crew member. Carefully, they extracted one of the captain's tumors for further analysis. The surgery was conducted in the most secure biolab, with the entire surgical team encased in the highest-level hazmat suits. As the first incision was made, the observers in the adjacent room began to react strangely. One by one, the military personnel and scientists closest to the observation window started to clutch their heads and scream the same phrase as Sergeant Edwards. "They are here. I can hear them, feel them inside of me, in my body, my mind." Chaos erupted as the security team rushed to contain the situation. The lead surgeon, focused on his work, watched in horror as a dark, viscous liquid began oozing from the captain's wound. One brave man, seemingly unaffected, screamed, "What is happening? Do you see this? Millions of bugs. Something needs to be done." Suddenly, a face appeared on the observation room camera, the features distorted and unnatural. "We have been dormant for millions of years. Our time is now." The military commander's voice crackled over the intercom, a grim resignation in his tone. "So there is no way for peace for us to live with each other. Last time we were offered peace, they lied, so we destroyed them. Then we lay dormant until we could find another planet capable of our rise to power again." The distorted figure laughed, a chilling sound that sent shivers down the spines of all who heard it. "In 3 minutes, there will be over 500 million of us. You cannot stop us." He makes a maniacal chuckle. As the laughter echoed through the facility, the team in the observation room watched in horror as the bugs began to cover the floors and walls. The military commander's voice came through one last time, his tone resolute. "Drone confirms target hit. Target destroyed, sir." A thunderous explosion rocked the facility, vaporizing everything within. But as the smoke cleared, an ominous sight could be seen in the distance. A line of unidentified bugs stretching 300 miles to the east,